Hey, good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Rita Young, P44626, appearing on behalf of Mr. Jermaine Jean Giles, who is also present, standing to my right. And sir, would you state your name for the judge, please?
I'm Jermaine Jean Gillis, 975851.
Thank you, sir. All right, this is a waiver.
That's correct, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for preliminary examination. I explained to my client his rights. He's indicated that he wishes to exercise his right to waive the preliminary examination with the understanding that he will be bound over to stand trial just on the charges and the information.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes, sir.
You understand you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right. Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on counts 1, 2, 3, 4 following. Your turn.
Your Honor, as to the arraignment on the, I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll
The
wait.
information we waive before my reading and my client stands mute. Ask the court to enter not guilty plea.
Defendant having waived from a reading, standing mute, enter not guilty plea as to all 4 counts. Pretrial in this matter will be set for
May 15th at 1:30 before Judge Slay.
May 15, 2025, 1:30 before Judge Slay.
Thank you so very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond will continue. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. I had to get them through the gate. They were blocking my way in. Ready?
Yep.
Court calls the case, People versus Mercedes Cobb.
And this is on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Ms. Secretary, are you lost?
We're ready in this matter, Your Honor.
No.
Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Cobb. Ms. Cobb, please state your name for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Mercedes Cobb.
Your Honor, today is the date and time set for the preliminary examination. We are ready to proceed.
And Your Honor, the people are unable to proceed.
Your Honor, based on that, we would ask for dismissal of this matter.
People being unable to proceed, case is dismissed. That's on defendant's motion. That is without prejudice. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am. Court does call the case, People versus James Sharp.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Fifelski appearing on behalf of Mr. Sharp. Can you state your name, please?
James Sharp, sure.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Today's a date and time set for examination. I received email correspondence from our victim advocate yesterday that the victim in this case, who would be a necessary witness, is sick. And is unavailable on today's date. I don't have any information other than that. So that is my representation to the court. Based on that, I would request a short adjournment of the preliminary examination.
Very fast.
Your Honor, I would ask for dismissal simply because this case has been pending now for, I think, almost 2 months. And we've had several PCCs. So I would imagine, I understand you can't foresee when you're going to be sick, but my client's in custody and it's been a
Is
while.
the only thing he's in custody of?
No, but it is, it's holding him up from
Federal,
being able to process through his federal hold.
A federal hold?
Yeah.
a probation violation for this.
So it's contingent on this.
Given the representations of the people, the court is going to find good cause. I'm going to adjourn the preliminary examination 1 week to, what is it, the 13th? I'm sorry. Oh, he was writted from Livingston.
That's correct.
I believe he's being held in Livingston County Jail on the federal detainer.
Correct.
So I can't do 1 week because I'm going to need 2 weeks on the writ. Or can we arrange something else?
I don't see how we could do it sooner.
But he's detained on a federal matter, correct?
Correct.
Court is going to find good cause. I'm going to adjourn the preliminary examination June 3rd, 2025, 9 a.m. That's before me.
June 3rd, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Continue.
You come up and talk.
Yeah, I'll be ready. The court calls the case of the People versus Julian K. Brown.
APA Rachel McDuff for the people.
Morning, Your Honor. Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Tabron, who's approaching. Excuse me. Your Honor, state your name, Mr. Brown.
Julian Tapron.
I pronounced it twice and got it wrong twice. I apologize. Your Honor, we've had a chance to discuss this matter in some detail with the people and with Mr. Tabron. It appears that there may be another charge that is being authorized based on a supplemental report.
Out of this, that arises out of these events?
Yes, Judge. Essentially, this is alleged to have been an employment relationship that ended, and there's perhaps an embezzlement charge that may be coming as well from the end of the.
So when are we going to know that?
I think that they're putting together the arraignment or the charging package as we speak.
So they'll be able to have it completed by next week? Well, if they get it completed, then it can be set. If it's gonna come along with this case, I'm not entirely sure why it will be a new case as opposed to.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be an amended complaint or how they're going to pursue, Judge.
It could go either way. If the court is willing to adjourn it, we will have it within the week. So.
Are you gonna do an amended complaint because that's gonna determine what I'm gonna do? Are you starting a new case or are you doing an amended complaint?
Amended complaint.
An amended complaint, and then you can probably have it amended at least by next week, so preliminary examination in this matter will be adjourned June 13th. May 13th, thank you. 2025 at 9 a.m. 9 a.m.
Thank you, Anna.
before me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
On continue. Know why. I don't either. I don't. Court does call the case of People versus Jeremy Nelson.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
We're ready in this matter, Your Honor.
Who's done this?
Oh, he's.
Mr. Allen, he needs hearing assist. Who's on this one? Who's the prosecutor on this?
If you're Rachel McDuffie, I already made the appearance. Rachel McDuffie.
All right, what are we?
Lauren Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Jeremy Nelson. Mr. Nelson, please state your name for the record.
Jeremy Frank Nelson.
All right, you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, today's date and time set for the preliminary examination. We are ready to proceed.
Right, yeah, I think, I don't know. Our advocate just stepped out, because we had heard that our witness wanted to be present, so unfortunately, I don't know if she's speaking to someone right now or not. Could I request to pass this briefly?
Thank you. I'll come and talk to you.
Court calls the case People versus Cedric Lee Johnson, no relation.
Alexander, on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Morning, Your Honor.
What?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Edward Lucas on behalf of Cedric Johnson Jr.
You're looking at me like you're gonna want something.
Well, I know it's about 25 after. He knows of the court date. I don't know if he's running late. I don't know if the court would pass it. Sent out an email this morning to try and get in contact with him. I'm gonna be here for a little bit longer. Chance.
You're just gonna keep talking, aren't you? I'll pass it.
Thank you.
So what did they call?
They called it.
Court calls the case People versus Latrell McKinney Hallowell.
Alexander, on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Ready, Judge. Better on behalf of Mr. McKinney Halliwell. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Yes, sir. Latrell McKinney Hollywood.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Date and time set for examining this matter. My understanding is that the people are not able to proceed, but would like to remand this to district court on the misdemeanor.
That's correct, Your Honor. We'd be unable to proceed as to count one, as that counts 2 and 3 be remanded to 15th District Court.
Well, continues not guilty plea as to counts 2 and 3. Count 1 is dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
People being unable to proceed. Set a pretrial in this matter,
May 28th at 9 a.m. before Judge.
I'll write it down for you.
May 28, 2025, 9 a.m.
Yes.
before Judge Perry.
Judge, if I might, Mr. McKinney Hollowell wanted me to address a bond concern.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. My client is not originally from Ann Arbor. He's originally from Jackson. That's where his family support is.
Jackson, Michigan?
Yes, Judge.
Oh, well.
He and-
So you wanted to let me know what my condolences? What do you want?
Well,
No, go ahead.
what he wants, Judge,
Okay.
is that the alleged victim in this case is his fiance, and he has not been able to have contact with her as a result of these charges. They lived together previously, had a house together here in Ann Arbor, and so that has put him in a difficult housing situation. He is requesting that the court might consider a no non-consensual contact order with the alleged victim in this case, based on the fact that he is having housing insecurities as a result of the ongoing charges. And it's been a few weeks since he's been able to have contact, Your Honor. So he's been couch surfing.
Is that?
Your Honor, we would object to any contact at this time, given the facts of the case in which he was threatening the victim, was stealing her life, saying that he already grabbed the AR, give an F, that I'm shooting you, then the police, whoever, and then the fact that he was calling her from jail while in custody. I have great concerns and would ask that contact remain as currently set.
Nothing else to add, Judge.
All right. Well, for me, I would need to hear from
Her.
prior to me doing anything. So I'm going to deny the motion. I'll do that without prejudice. Certainly you can raise that before Judge Perry.
Thank you very much.
I'm not going to change that. So bond will continue.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. How many more do we have? I have two up here.
7, 9.
So-
We're 7, 9. But I
Took a while. It was like a delay.
Well, she said 9, so we're talking. We'll be 2. Okay.
Brandon Jeevers.
Then on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
And good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Ben Dunaway on behalf of Mr. Gevers, who is standing to my right. Sir, would you state your name for the record?
Brandon Gevers.
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for preliminary examination. At this time, we would be asking for an adjournment for good cause. We had a miscommunication in getting the here from Arizona. So we'd be asking for an adjournment to, I believe this is the 13th date the court setting.
Oh, I have the 6th and the 13th available, but
And we have the 13th, Your Honor.
The defense is not objecting based on a conversation I had with the press.
sir, can you state your name?
Yeah, I'm at Dico.
Can't hear you. We might have to have Mr. Simon fix it.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello? We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm at Dico.
All right. Go ahead.
We're here for a show cause hearing. Mr. Dico informed me that he is unable to make substantial payments as he's unemployed. However, he is looking for work and is able to make $15 payments at this time.
15
15.
per month or what?
I believe per month. Is that correct, Mr. Dico?
Yes.
All right, what I'll indicate is $15 per month, beginning May 5th, May 16, 2025. Give me a review date. Do we have it?
I just.
September 10th.
I'll set a review on this for September 10th, 2025, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cross case People versus Mohammed Farah.
Good afternoon, Public Defender Lauren Kearney on behalf of Mr. Farha.
He's on, but Mohammed Farah,
Yes, hi, I'm sorry. I have to unmute myself. I'm sorry.
this is a show cause. I have him on $825. When is that gonna get paid?
Is, Your Honor, Mr. Farha did come here in person earlier today, and we did have a chance to speak. He's asking that the court consider waiving any amount of the balance. There is, for example, I think a couple $100 of probationary oversight fees. He ended up doing the 93 days on this piece. So he's asking for your consideration.
Maybe at some point I'll consider that, but when is he gonna get this paid?
Well, he is back to work. Mr. Farah, how much do you think you can pay on this case?
I honestly just literally started working like this week, honestly, and I've been dealing with child support too. So like I'm trying my best. I'm really trying my best, and I didn't even know about.
I'm gonna adjourn this out to July 9th, 2025, 9 a.m. He's to come up with a payment plan for me to start making payments on this.
Okay, is there anything you could do on the balance? I mean, to bring it down a little
Well,
bit.
you're gonna have, I'll take a look at it, but you gotta start paying on something, and then I can take a look at the balance, but I'm not gonna start out there.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Court calls case, People versus Shirley Hartford. Shirley Hartford. Not here. I went about 400. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of 5,000. 5,000, I'll give a 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately. Case, People versus Donald Holloway. Donald Holloway, no response. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of 10,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on it. That warrant will issue immediately. Calls are both on cases of the People versus Alexander Hunter.
Good afternoon, this is Public Defender Lauren here on behalf of Mr. Hunter. I did not have contact with Mr. Hunter today prior to today when I have to Zoom. If not, I have no explanation for his failure to appear, and I would request an adjournment of the show cause hearing.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond 5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on each case. Those warrants will issue immediately. Court does call the case of the People versus Nathaniel Laurent.
Good afternoon.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Lauren here on behalf of Mr. Laurent. Mr. Laurent, please state your name for the record.
Nathaniel Laurent.
All right.
We're here for a show cause hearing. I don't have in my notes what Mr. Laurent can pay moving forward. I would ask for him to inform the court what he thinks he can pay. Mr. Laurent, your balance is about $1,100 on this case.
Okay. I would ask, maybe, can I request like a bi-weekly payment of like $100 so I can try to get started on it? Basically the only
Every
reason why
$100 every 2 weeks.
yeah, I can try to aim for that because I need to start paying that. Like I just been set back with my
Yes,
health.
you do.
I just been set back with my health lately, and it's just
Okay.
scary with my health
All right.
and trying to pay this stuff so I can get everything behind me.
All right. I'll order $100 every 2 weeks. When are we gonna begin that?
Can I do 2 weeks from now?
Sure.
Okay.
It is, I'll make, say starting May 16th.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, you're all set. Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Evan LeBron.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren here on behalf of Mr. LeBron. I did not have contact with Mr. LeBron prior to today. I have no explanation for his failure to appear, and I would ask for an adjournment of the show cause hearing.
LeBron responds, bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately. Calls case of the People versus Keith Malone.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren here on behalf of Mr. Malone. I have not had contact with Mr. President or on Zoom. I have no explanation for the here, so that's for an adjournment of the show cause.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of 5,000. Give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately.
All rise. 14A District Court, County of Washington, State of Michigan is now back in session. The Honorable Judge Simpson.
You may be seated. Someone to help me out. So if it doesn't go right, her fault. Court does call the case of the People versus, is it Cordelia Al-Sawi. I probably messed that up.
So Kyle Burdell on behalf of Rogaya Al Asi. Good afternoon.
What I said.
Pretty good. Yeah, close enough for a town of this size.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, so we are here for sentencing. I'm sorry, please state your name for the record. Ms. Al Asi.
Regaya LLC.
Your Honor, so we are here for sentencing today. I have reviewed the recommendation from Agent Pilar. I would like to add a few things on behalf of my client. She has the recommendations include CCOP and VIP. Those have already been completed at this time. So she's already done that. She's already well on her way to completing her terms of probation. Your Honor, we do ask that the court follow the recommendation from probation. I've spoken on her behalf and I've allocated on her behalf previously, but she is, a hardworking single mother. She's working on getting and staying sober. She's had no violations on the scram tether for several months now, I believe, since we were here, I believe in January or February. So she's been no issues with that. Her mother, who's in the courtroom and attends every time I meet with Miss Al Asi, and every time she comes to the courtroom, her mother's present and very keen on helping her with her sobriety. That is a very important part of their culture as well, as staying sober. So that is something that'll, I'm confident that she will be able to stay sober. She wants to go to school for nursing. And she's a very hardworking single mother. She's got a 5-year-old son who she's raising without assistance from his father, the young man's father. So, Your Honor, at this time, we are just asking that the court sentence her pursuant to the probation recommendation. She is currently on tether. The report is silent as to it due to, her taking accountability and all the hard work she's already done. The fact that she's already gotten a head start on the terms of her
Usually
probation.
means it comes off, Mr. Burdell, but if you want me to consider keeping it on, I will.
Your Honor, I'll be done talking now.
Okay, good.
And Teresa Blair on behalf of probation. Your Honor, I just wanted to update the court. I did get verification that she did recently complete the CCOP program, so I do have verification that that is done. As to this grant, probation has no objection to that coming off, given that she has completed the programming component and she has to report today.
Lady, anything you want to tell?
Yeah, there is. I first off do want to sincerely apologize for my wrongdoing in the past. I am though very thankful that all this happened because I do consider it a blessing in disguise because I could have been in a way worse place. And I'm very thankful that it was only me that got injured in the accident too, because the victim panel video actually did affect me a lot. I'm just glad I didn't hurt nobody else the way that person did. And I would never want to put myself or anyone in that predicament ever again. And I'm working on staying sober and yeah, I'm done. I wanted to thank you.
It's okay. I'm just watching your mom. She's listening to you.
It's really important in our religion, so it's a big thing for her.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I also noticed your reaction when Mr. Burdell said your mother's been here every time and you kind of had to wipe your eyes, right? But it's a funny thing because no matter what you do, she never left you, right?
Yep.
She stood by you and wanted to show you that although you didn't do the right thing,
that I'm better than and I'm capable of doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to tell?
No, I'm just very thankful. Honestly, I really am. I have a lot of gratitude towards the whole situation.
Blessings come in different ways.
Yeah, they sure do.
The court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. Particularly the alcohol screening assessment identifies the benefit of outpatient treatment, AA meeting attendance, and monitored abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change for is a man to monitor the compliance of recommended treatment. It is therefore the sentence of the court that will place you on 12 months probation. You're to pay $855 fines and costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $360 probation oversight fees. When can you pay that?
I'm gonna need some time, but I will work on a payment plan though, on, see how I could.
How much do you have anything today?
No, I do not, not
All
today,
right.
but I am working. I have a stable job.
You'll be set up on a payment plan as arranged by probation. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the CCOP program, but you have completed that at this point. Correct. You're to attend one AA meeting per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of victim's impact on attendance to probation. All order 93 days in jail, credit 14 days. The balance is suspended. Thank you.
Judge,
Mom, thank you for coming with her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Working together, take up the good boy, Shop. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right, take care. Court does call the case of the People versus Christopher Miller.
On behalf of, but not with, Christopher Miller, standing in for attorney of record Ed Drugas. I have
Mr. Miller. Christopher Miller.
He is not judged. I have no explanation for his absence, nor has Mr. Drugas had any recent contact with him.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Miller failed to complete or set up an appointment for his PSI of the probation office. He also failed to comply with testing at community corrections. This court did issue a bench warrant in this case already due to his bond violation. Given that he's not here, probation just asked that the bench warrant continue.
What was it? Was it a no bond?
Well, just 1 second, Your Honor, I can tell you, I believe so.
I believe it was a remand, Judge, yes.
I will leave the current bench.
That's correct.
Yes.
Bench warrant out. I'll leave the current bench warrant out.
Just like, Judge.
Thank you. Court calls the case of the People versus Douglas Hurd.
Hello, Your Honor, Murray Duncan, appearing on behalf of Douglas Hurd, who is to my right.
Sir, state your name.
Douglas William Hurd Jr.
All right. Go ahead.
Judge, we had a chance to go over the pre-sentence report. We do find it to be factually correct. I've known Mr. Hurd for quite some time. I was baffled that he would take off after he had the accident. What's going on with Mr. Hurd is in November of last year, he started having issues with breathing, and he was being treated for that at the VA. And when he got in the accident, I don't know if he panicked or what, the accident was not caused by anything with his breathing. He just wasn't paying attention and he hit a car from behind. But after that happened, he started having trouble breathing, and he had breathing inhalers at home, and he left because he thought he needed them. He went to the VA the day after. And since then, he's been at the VA numerous times. He spent 8 nights at the VA hospital last week, and he got out. And luckily now they think they have a handle on everything. He's got numerous issues. He's got some heart issues, but he's on the proper medication now, Judge. And he knows he made a mistake. There was no reason to leave. He doesn't have a warrant. He wasn't in trouble. There was none of the obvious reasons. And he was there long enough where it was obvious that everybody would see his license plate and see him. So it wasn't any surprise when they discovered that it was him. He's sorry, and he's hoping that the court adopts a recommendation.
Mr. Hurd, anything you want to tell him?
I'm sorry for what I did, and I learned I better just stay there.
What branch of the military?
I was in the Army.
Army. Did I ask you that before?
No, Your Honor.
All right. How many years?
I was in there for 3.5 years. I was in the first Gulf War.
God bless you. Well, I know I'm about to sentence you, but I'll just say, and it sounds trite, whatever to say it, but I thank you for your service.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I realize it's people like you despite anything that you do, it's people like you that were willing to serve that allow me to do what I get to do every day. So thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sentence of the court, fines and costs of $400, $500 restitution to DC Dupress payable through the court. When can you pay that, sir?
I'll pay it today.
Thank you. Pay that today out at the counter. And then I'll order 90 days in jail that is suspended.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
You do the same. Court calls case People versus Deanna Kalimbeski. I messed up that name entirely.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sam Bennett appearing on behalf of Miss Golembeski.
Is she here?
She is. Miss Golembeski, can you state your name, please? She's on the screen.
Yes, Deanna am I not showing up yet?
No, your video is not on.
Oh, you're not.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe it's just taking a minute.
I'm not sure why the video isn't working.
I know, I've got it, like I took the red line off it. I clicked it. Let's see.
Judge, I do know that is Miss Golembeski. If we can do it without the video.
If you're on your representation, I'm not going to have a problem with that.
Okay, thank you. That's definitely her. And Your Honor, we are here for the pre-sentence report. It's factually accurate. No additions, corrections, or deletions. There she is. Your Honor, I would just ask that you follow the recommendation. Only request I would have would consider reducing community service a little bit as she works 40, 50. Other than that, I think the recommendation is fair. Thank you.
All right. Ma'am, is there anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
Just that I just want to say that I have never been in trouble before, and it was a bad mistake, and I'm sorry that it ever happened. And since I have been to other grocery stores and taken extra time on my day to go to the checkouts that they checked out, and funny, not funny, say I have PTSD about self-checkouts.
So sentence of the court, I'll place you on 4 months prosecutor deferred sentence. You're going to pay $480 fines and costs, $120 probation oversight fees. When can you pay that?
Can you go online to pay it?
I'm sorry?
Can you go online to pay it?
Yes.
Okay, I will try to go online to pay it today. If not, I will try to get it.
Okay, you might want to wait until Friday, make sure it's entered in the system, but just get it paid, okay?
Okay, and I for sure will get it paid by Monday.
All right.
That's okay.
And you can use the QR code that's on the screen if you know how to use a QR code. That'll take you right to the payment site.
Okay, so then I click on open up this whole thing again, like on Monday, or?
Well, or you can take a picture of the QR code, or you can scan the QR code while you're on there, however you want to do that. Okay, or you can call the court.
Okay.
Okay. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random screens as requested by probation. You are to complete a theft class within 60 days. I am going to order the 25 hours of community service as directed by probation. No going to any Walmart in the state of Michigan.